here's our audience. It's a little meager. Some people did shout on us, but okay. Here you go. He's going to also be our recorder. First, we're going to have you guys watch just like a minute of a video here that just will introduce our topic.
In its simplicity, bears. He came down that driveway, down Mayfield, and now he's on Briggs, and now it looks like he's turning into another driveway here. We're going to kind of maneuver around and see if we can get another shot of him, but yeah, he would definitely, okay, we got someone resident there. I guarantee you that guy is going to think long and hard before texting while walking again. You know, on account of the 400-pound bear on the loose factor. Here's what he had to say, the guy, that is, not the bear. Resident there.
I was texting my boss that I would be late from work. Something is going on, and I'm coming down the stairs, and I see the bear coming up the stairs towards me. So I turned back and ran for my life.
I can see now. Texty the bear. Only you can prevent sidewalk collisions. We should just spring him on the texters. Frankly, I think it's the only way people are going to learn. They certainly haven't been deterred by videos of people texting and walking right into poles on Canadian television. Nor have they been deterred by the cautionary tale of the woman we like to call Fountain Lady. She's literally a walking PSA for the pitfalls of texting in motion. You've probably seen the video. It's all over the internet. She's walking through a mall in Pennsylvania, texting and walking and texting, and OMG, falls right into the fountain.
And that's what I'm going to show you guys with the video. Okay, while that's not directly related to our study, it's just like showing you how focused our society is, especially our generation, on technological communication and texting. So we're very aware that like technology is prevalent, but our research question was to figure out if people were more comfortable communicating technologically versus face-to-face. So it's like that involves like email, texting, like Skype, instant messaging, like Facebook, all that stuff. Megan and I looked at articles which explored the possibility of an increase in social anxiety because of the emphasis placed on technological communication. So they're saying like this social anxiety that's created decreases the frequency of face-to-face communication, which makes sense. If people are more nervous communicating face-to-face, they just won't do it if they don't have to. According to one of the studies, many teenagers and some adults are significantly more comfortable communicating through technological means instead of face-to-face, which is kind of what we assumed. So based on like the research that they conducted, that's what they decided. Another statistic based on this data was that discovery that females have more social anxiety because of face-to-face communication, which they didn't anticipate. They thought males would. And also that females are more likely to meet people on social networking sites, which is another thing that's kind of, I don't know, I didn't expect that. Another topic that they discussed in this was, they hypothesized that there would be an increase in social anxiety within the teenage community because of the many new and like up-and-coming social networking sites. Because even look at it, like looking back a few years, MySpace was the big thing. And then Facebook boomed. And now, I mean, nothing's replacing Facebook yet. I mean, I'm not saying that someday it won't. But we've got new things every day, like Snapchat is a new thing where you send a picture of your face, it can be ugly, whatever, and you put like a little message with it, and then it disappears. Apparently it disappears, I don't know, we don't know. But then the new thing is Vine, which is like you can send 6 minutes, up to 6 minutes of video. I don't know if you guys, I'm not like, this isn't like a speech for Vine, but it's like you can send 6 minutes of video, and it's like a mashup and everything. So it's like with all the new technology and everything being incorporated, that's like a new addition. So it's just showing that every day they're coming up with new things, like new technology. Along with this, these studies express the fact that many teens and young adults are losing the ability to read nonverbals. Because you think, like, in texting and in other forms of communication like that, you can't read sarcasm. The way that you show sarcasm is by an emoticon. And think if I was talking to Maggie here and I was like, oh yeah, that's cute. Like, that's the face you would see. That's what you do in a text. And it's like, I wouldn't stick my tongue out in person. So it's like the nonverbals in texting and like the emoticons are very different. And I've looked at a lot of those emoticons, and I know my face can't do that. So it's like, I'm just saying, like, it's not comparable. So when people are presented with those nonverbals and face-to-face communication, they're losing the ability to read them. So that involves, like, whereas miscommunication used to be mostly technological, a lot of it is becoming face-to-face as well. So that's another issue. I mean, I could talk to you guys about this for days. I could. But it's interesting to look at research that other people have done. We've also started, like, gathering data of our own, and Maggie's going to tell you about that right now.
Okay, so we created an online survey and administered it to 50 people through Facebook and Twitter, and this is what the majority of people thought as they were taking the survey. So question 1 was, do you own a cell phone? And everyone but one person said yes, that they do. And we kind of just inferred that everyone had owned a cell phone, which leads into our second question. How many hours a day do you spend on your cellular device? The texting, games, GPS, calling. And then most of the amount of people said that they spend an average of 3 hours or more per day using their phones. And out of these, we gathered people spending way too much money by spending a large portion of time on their phones. And for our third question, we asked, in a situation perceived to be answered if they found themselves using their cell phone more frequently, most people in this case said that they did find themselves engaging in this activity like a lot. So the data shows that even when many people do participate in face-to-face interaction, they still find themselves drawn to their cell phone or other technological means. And for our fourth and final question in our survey, participants were asked if in a hypothetical group project situation with acquaintances as fellow members, if they would be most likely to meet with this group face-to-face communication over email and cell phone, knowing that their final grade would not deviate. So out of our 50 participants, the majority would rather communicate face-to-face, and also that it wasn't like a majority, a large amount of people said that they would rather communicate through technology also. So that was our survey, and whatever their motives may be for answering the way they did, it is undeniable that our generation is very quickly rolling down a steep slope to technological domination.
Hey, get off your cell phone. I'm just kidding. He's on his phone. I was trying to prove a point.